He started at guest house, to my best estimate, probably early 2010, and he remained sober throughout 2010 going into 2011 for the most part, and passed away August 11th of 2011. But it was that almost 2-year period in there where our relationship really took off in ways that it wouldn't have been able to otherwise. So even though it was short-lived, I was so happy for him that he got to experience that, and that I did and my son did. So the homelessness seemed to come after pretty much after the death of his mother in 2009. He found himself really, I think, in his worst shape ever in terms of his depression and his alcoholism, and didn't have anywhere to turn. He hadn't been working for a while, and after her death was faced without having anywhere to live. He found out about the guest house just by chance at being at Public Detox one time. He had tried some other programs in the area and nothing was really working for him. He got treatment primarily for his addiction and his depression, but then also went through some type of a housing program where he was able to get a lower income apartment all on his own, and he had a case manager through that program, and also found work. We went over and visited at his apartment a couple of times, and he was so proud of it, and he had brand new everything inside, and it was organized, and it was his own, and I think that's what really meant a lot to him. He wasn't having to share with somebody else or live with somebody else. This was all his own, and he worked really hard for it. He mentioned to me that it was the first time that he really felt like not only a human again, but like a man again. He was working, and he had value, and he felt like he really belonged and connected, and I think that was the big difference for him with Guest House versus some of the other programs that he was with. I was able to have discussions with him and visits where it didn't feel like I was having to take care of him anymore, that he was taking care of himself emotionally, physically, financially, and that we could just communicate and interact without that caretaking piece getting in the way. As a provider myself in the mental health field, that there is hope and there is help, and change is possible for anybody that wants it. You just have to want it for your own reasons, and I think it was his time, and I think a true testament to 30 years of addiction with nothing that worked, and he found something that did work in the guest house. And I really believe if he can do it, then anybody else out there can do it as well. And this is probably one of the best programs I've seen out there.